Well, here we are in a familiar place, messing with the wheels on the Beetle. I got hit by a truck the other day. It's not near as bad as it sounds. You actually only put a wee little dent. A wee little, it's kind of hard to actually even see. A wee little dent right there. Kind of hard to see it. But yeah, I got hit by a truck. Shoved me off the road. I figured I'd get it on this. My steering was more of a suggestion at this point. Bars are little. This pin, the vertical pin, the actual steering pin, is wore the fudge out. But I have a whole nother knuckle I'm just gonna swap on there. So I figured I'd take all this crap apart. I'd forgotten about this. See if we can get a good look at that. Yeah, the pinch bolt, it won't move. There's no nut. And it will not move. I'm working on it. I got a while really to mess with this thing off and on for a few days here. So I'll probably hose that down with some blaster or some WD-40 or whatever magic oil will pop that boy loose. The tie rod's not too bad. Please, for the love of Christ, ignore my bulkhead bolts. The threads were drilled out of this thing when I got it, and it just has these really, really big straight bolts and shit tons of washers. I check those things fairly regularly too, just to make sure, I usually just get in here and just make sure like the washers aren't loose. So if the washers are loose, then the bolt's loose. So you know how it go. And right now I'm just gonna pull the back plate off for the brakes because we're just gonna leave that assembled and get that all off and get better access to that bolt with these out the way. Plus, my brake line is flipped over like that. That's probably not good. So yeah, I gotta fix that. Yes, I know that. That was already like that. I'm working on it. There's a lot of crap wrong with this car, and I might, while this is off, while this is all taken apart, see if I can find some bolts that'll go in this, because there's no threads in there. All the threads are ripped out of that, so I need to find like a bolt that'll go all the way through. I can put a nut on. You know, the rust holes, normal. But I have a whole nother knuckle for this thing. I even have these pins. I have another set. I have a brand new set of these pins because I imagine this pin is done. Because I can't turn this bolt, I can't hammer on it and make it move. It won't go. Jesus God, I think I got grease on my phone. I'm getting grease everywhere, but we're getting there. These little things are built like lawnmowers. Everything's pretty simple on these guys. Oop, I'm getting my bolts dirty. So then back plate's only got the 3. Give it a little tap tap. It's gonna be a little crusty. So that should come off now. I got most of this all taken down already. Doesn't really take that long, I guess. Probably need bump stops eventually. Oh, and I gotta tighten up that front corner. I've been hearing that driving around. Pads look good though. There's a little bit of life left in those. There's the bottom one. Yeah, they're pretty good. I don't remember if I've ever actually changed these. I'm pretty sure I have another pair of shoes for this thing, but I don't think I've ever changed the front ones. I know I didn't change the drums on the front. I changed the back drums, but not the front ones, I don't think. We're getting there. So I get this back plate off. I don't know how that brake line got all twisted like that. That was probably mine down my ass. So we'll just leave the brakes down here assembled. It's kind of wild. There's my brakes. Well, you know, half of it. The drum is still on the wheel. I just took the whole wheel off. And I'm not worried about this spindle either. My whole my other steering kit has the spindle on it is, I think, in better shape than this one. So this one looks a little patinaed. Yeah. It's not that bad, but, you know, probably not the best either. So now I just got to work on getting this pin out. This is the bottom one. I've adjusted the bottom one before, so I know the bottom one will come out. But I've not been able to tighten this one or adjust it. So, here we go. It's a Christmas miracle. I got what's left of that bolt out. You can see she's seen better days. Let's focus on this thing. Yeah, it's pretty crusty. You can see where it was like stuck and it's like smaller than the rest of the bolt. Yeah. The valley was fine. The valley looks totally fine for it. Cool. Well, as you can hear it's got a lot of slap. She all slappy. Yeah, so far so good. Getting some improvements. Let's see if I got a bolt. All right, so we got the knuckle off pins. I just got to find one 10 by 50 10 millimeter bolt with a 17 millimeter head, something like that. The only bolt I was able to find in all my bits of stuff was it was a bolt that would fit, but it didn't have a shank, so there's threads on it the whole way, so that won't work. So I'll have to buy a better bolt, but I have the other bolt to match, so I can take it into a store and match it. But the trailing arm holes look pretty decent. I figure as far as the shims and all that business, I'm just gonna, with my new parts, well, not the new parts, the other parts, I'm just gonna match the shims the same. Yeah, we're getting there. And that top bolt's been concerning me for a while because it's been busted since I put that front end on. So when I got that front end, it came out of a junkyard. I'd snapped my front beam in half, and I bought one online. When it came in, it was pretty crusty, but you know, gotta go to work, gotta make money. Hasn't been a problem till, you know, sort of now. So we'll take that one off. I'm still gonna keep this because I'm pretty sure you can still rebuild most of this. And I got the whole set of link pins. Somewhere around here we got that. Right there. See, we got the whole other steering assembly and a brand spanking new. Look at them, ain't they fancy? All right, link pins. I'm not going to do the kingpin rebuild. I'm not going to switch that one out. Is this knuckle? This one's known good. This came off my last front end. When I had snapped my front end in half, I pulled my back plates and my spindles off, both of them. So I actually I got another spindle in there for the other side, because the spindles were fine, but I had snapped the beam in half in the center where it was welded, because it was a narrowed front end. So I know the kingpin in this one is good. We'll put the new link pins in this. Try to find that one bolt, match the shims. I'll use new shims too. I'm just going to put the same amount. Match the shims, get her on there. So hopefully that works. Shouldn't do that. That's probably half the reason my car drives like crap. So I'll be entirely honest. The steering has been pretty balls. So hopefully this improves. That is hosed. Too much slop. Alrighty, we got the junkyard knuckle on here. It's looking pretty good. New pins, new washers. I found some old bolts. I didn't have any new ones. I couldn't find anything new that fit, but I still had all the old hardware from the last front end. So luckily I still have those bolts. We got her all back on there. This one was a little frozen up, but I went ahead and pounded some grease in it. If this thing would focus, yeah. Got some grease in it. Came out of the, came out of the seal there and then the bottom. Let it sit, sprayed it down, stuck it on here, got the pins in and wiggled it. It's nice and free. No up and down travel, so we're good. The other one was super duper sloppy, and you could just turn it. There was absolutely no resistance in it whatsoever. So this should help with the old bouncing around and crap all over the road. So let me get that wheel back on here, the back plate for the brakes. Make sure my brake line's not twisted over like it was. I think that was probably me. I could probably admit to that because I did have the brakes off of this. So that was probably my dumb ass putting something together. I'm not sure what happened there. Yeah, she looked good. Let's get this thing back together. Alrighty. I'm ready to slap the hubcap back on. Look at this. Nothing. Nothing. Zero. No more sloppy. My speedometer cable in there and all that. I think in comparison, the thing before, it would move about 1/4 to 1/2 inch, which is really, really bad. Really, really, really bad. Let's see now. So now they're both like this. No wiggle. So hopefully it drives in a straight line now. This thing was pretty wild trying to go over like bumps and stuff. Like if you hit a bump with the driver's side wheel, you would swerve. You would go all over the place. Let's see what I gotta deal with here. I swear it works when it hits the car. You can do it. Get in there. Well, if we ever get the jack to work. Oh, holy hot hell. I told you it worked. Look, it's even staying up now. This jack is garbage. Very gently now. Can we do it gently? No, we cannot. Boop. Do a wheel of feel. You can still hear a little dunka dunka. That's probably just one of the
tie rods in the middle. Yeah, there we go. Now I've actually put one of the original knuckles back on the car. That was on the car when I got it. All right, I'm gonna go back inside and relax. Job done. Good deal.